Hey there, Internet. It's me giving an update. I think this is the post 3 month mark. I made a couple more videos like last weekend, but I decided not to put them up. I just didn't like them. Basically, I guess I decided to keep going with HRT. I did. I dedicated a day to figuring out whether or not I really wanted to do that. And it was a really beautiful day. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was a Sunday. Actually, it was exactly 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. And today's Sunday. I took a little bit of mushrooms and I walked to the top of Twin Peaks in San Francisco, which is a pretty nice walk. It was really beautiful. I wasn't like tripping out super hard or anything. I really just, and I hadn't done them in a really long time, like probably a decade or something. But I know that they can sometimes help you sort of cut through your everyday patterns of thinking, and I just wanted to meditate on sort of what was going on, and I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever really 100% sure, but I needed to just dedicate some time to meditate on it, and I did, and it was really good. I actually kind of came away from it feeling more like I was a third gender of some kind. I had sort of, I don't really know how to explain it other than to say that I just sort of had this image in my mind of like, you know, if you have the horizontal axis of the gender continuum, right? Male, female. I really just felt like I was like this offshoot somehow. I don't know exactly how that makes sense rationally. Like, it's not like it's a mathematical dimension or anything like that, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. I don't really feel like I'm a trans woman. I mean, I definitely feel wrong-bodied in a certain sense, but there's a lot of things about me that are pretty male also. And I happen to have lived my life for 40 or 39 years or whatever as a straight identifying cis white male. So regardless of anything else, like I've experienced like over half of my life most likely in that way, and so all my mannerisms and behaviors, patterns of speech, like everything is just ingrained in me that way. So I've got to reconcile that stuff, but I'm going to keep going because it still feels really, really good. Overall, I really like the physical changes that have happened. My skin, it just feels like amazing. It's really, really nice. And my body hair is just really, really thin and fine. It's just like, oh yeah, this is great. My face has started to change a little bit. It's not super pronounced. I can tell a slight difference, but you know, I'm not like passing or blending or anything like that. Today, if you can't tell, I'm kind of sick. I've actually got a slightly elevated temperature, and I've had a headache and been coughing and sneezing and just have not been feeling good at all. So I'm kind of like gross today. I did absolutely nothing to my hair. All I did was put some moisturizer on my face, so I'm kind of sloppy today. But I had a moment. I wanted to just record an update since I didn't post one last time. I also came out to a couple people, actually 3 people, 2 directly, 1 indirectly. Both of them were completely, incredibly amazing and supportive and accepting, and I feel really good about my decision of who to tell because it just happened really, really well, and I couldn't have imagined a better outcome. One of the people is somebody that I work with, and I'm not even really very close friends with him, but we have a mutual friend, and I don't know, I know that he's super woke and really into diversity and inclusion and where I work and stuff like that also. So I knew that he would be cool, and he was, and it was great. Then I also came out to an old coworker of mine who I used to talk to her a lot like a decade ago, but I hadn't seen her in forever. It's the kind of person like I see like once a year at some big party or event, and I'll run into her and we're always like, oh my god, we gotta like get together sometime, and then like it never happens. So this time I actually made it happen. I was like, hey, let's go out. I want to talk to you. And I did, and I told her. And she was really, really cool too. I did have to do a little bit of education because she was using the word tranny a little bit, and I was like, hey, that's actually like not like a good term to use. So anyhow, that's what's going on. I do have some breast growth that's been happening. I've been buying a bunch of sports bras and stuff online because I'm not going to show you, but there's not that much there, but there's enough that if I'm wearing a t-shirt, you can definitely see a little bit of like poking nipples or whatever. So I don't know. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it in terms of like how it feels on my body, other than it's a little sore. However, the rest of my body isn't really super femme yet, so it's a little of I call it gender dissonance, when you've got like this mix and match of features or traits that don't quite work perfectly together yet. So yeah, I'm entering this like uncomfortable phase that could last for, it could be a year. I don't know. It could be longer. It could be the rest of my life. I hope it's not going to be weird like that for the rest of my life, but I want to arrive someplace where my presentation is like all gelled together and everything works. So anyhow, I'm going to end the video. That's the update I wanted to give. So I'll check in, I guess, later, maybe in a couple weeks or something. All right, bye.